And that's what we need to do collectively as a people, Brother Ali. So I hear what you're saying. You know, we need that fist, but that fist is what we need. Solidarity. We don't have the solidarity, we don't have the unity, and quite frankly, you know, it don't make sense. It's like you casting your pearl before swine. Brother Ali, we're gonna take a break, and I keep running on, and you know, I tend to go on like this, and you gotta forgive me, Brother Ali. But just before we take the break, on the issue of solidarity, solidarity with the nicest, solidarity with the workers, solidarity with the people on the streets. What do you think, Brother Ali, we can do now as a Congress to enhance the solidarity?
Again, we must appeal to the people. We must let them know we're not trying to pull you away from whatever you believe or whatever you are doing. But to an extent, what you are doing is not working. So let's try something new. Now, what we're going to try new, it is not something that I am making up or you are making up. Just come and sit with me and let us make it up. So it is not just my input. If I'm not sitting here next week with you, there is somebody else would be sitting with you, or vice versa. Because what we're building is bigger, but it would be the umbrella by which we could say, instead of 20 people marching around Parliament for injustice, let's imagine if it was 2,000.
20,000.
Okay?
20,000.
And when I say this, I say this from experience. I was at the Million Man March. And trust me, I cried. We shut down Washington.
Yeah, but we didn't take advantage of it. I mean, I don't want, that's another show.
You know,
that's another show.
What I'm
but that
trying to say is,
that Million Man March ain't create a million man free. If each one of those, somebody made the point, I think it was John Henry Clark, if each one of those million man had put up $10, you'd had $10 million. If each one put up $100, you'd had $100 million.
Well, you know,
if each one put up $1, you'd had $1 million. So,
but,
Brother Ali, we're going to have to take the break, and we're going to come back to that. We're going to talk about the Million Man March, and we can talk about the issue of empowerment. What does it take? Does it take marching, or does it take something else? We're going to come back to that point. We just take a break. Thank you very much.
Carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
We walk to the park sometimes, my whole family. We get to feed the fish. And we play like monkeys. Dad plays the hardest, so he gets the most tired. We always say goodbye to the fish last. I think that makes him feel good.
Family, isn't it about time? From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
A long time coming, but I know
Solidarity. You know, Brother Ali, I'm going to yield to you now, and you're going to close out this show, because this is our final lap. Solidarity. A little boy just whispered in my ear, when those people were walking, being shot down in the streets, ain't no town hall meetings, ain't no emergency meetings, ain't no church holding no prayer service for these people who were shot down by the police. Ain't nobody putting up no wall with their names of people who've been shot down by the police. Ain't nobody out there holding no emergency meetings about our nurses and the state of our hospital. A hospital that hasn't been, why we can't build a hospital after 36 years of independence. We still have that same old Princess Margaret Hospital, which was there before I was born. This is what we're talking about. Solidarity, standing up, as Brother Ali says, for the things you believe in, making a stand. You know, Brother Ali, on this whole question of solidarity, and you know, and that's what you saw in the Million Man March, and that's another show.
Yeah.
I was going to engage you on some, but I think we can come back to talk about the Million Man March, because that can take an hour and a half or maybe 2.5 hours. But in this thing now, where 1 million black men and walked out there in the streets, it shut down Washington. That's a lot of power. And like you say, if 2,000 people were to go to hunt the Bay Street tomorrow, they shut it down. It shut, everything come to a stop.
The idea is not to cause disturbance, but it's just to show the power that we have. And because we have this great power, and you that we have elected to represent us, if you were properly representing us, we wouldn't be here in this number. So please make note as of this moment. If you do not do what it is that we're asking you to do, don't come back, don't ask me to vote for you, don't drive through the neighborhood. We have somebody else to replace you. And we are not serious about it, because evidently if we were serious, we would not continue to get the representation that we are getting.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we have issues like I saw in some paper where some lord is telling
from
us
England.
from England.
Yeah, okay.
We're tired of y'all from the Bahamas. Everything y'all run down here tell us to
The Privy Council.
The Privy Council.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fix this.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you should run to the Caribbean Court of Justice or where to run. But it's just like you still want to live in your daddy house after you 40-something years old, and he's telling you, boy, time for you to get out. You got a family now. You can't stay here no more. We have to be making provisions.
He must see break a lot of hearts, you know, because a lot of our people cling into this house, you know, Brother Ali. They cling into the Privy Council.
Yeah.
They don't have any self-confidence in themselves.
Exactly. So we have to begin to say, listen, we have a problem. As a matter of fact, it has nothing to do with nobody else in another state. We have a problem in Nassau. Can we sit down and solve our problem? Because who know our problem better than us?
But you know, Brother Ali, one of our Congress members, I won't call his name out of respect for him because he asked me not to call his name, but he's a good friend. One of our Congress members said to me, because you know, some time ago on, I think it was Jeff Lloyd's show, I made a threat to Mr. Ingram and Mr. Christie that I'd run in the next election, and I didn't care if I got 1 vote. I was looking for 0 votes. I wasn't going to give out no T-shirt, no money, no nothing. You want that, you go to Mr. Ingram, Mr. Christie, they're very adept at giving out things. So what he told me, he said, Dion, you know what you should add to that? And I just being a mischief maker, you know, Brother Ali. He said, you know what you should add to that? If I form a government, I will not accept the government unless I get a 2/3 majority to change this doggone constitution.
Exactly.
Because it don't make sense I come to run a government unless we could change it. And you know something? My only purpose is to come to change this constitution, and I gone. So I don't want you to vote for me to do nothing but change this nonsense. And when we done change it, you go back to run it, you'll have power to the people, Brother Ali. You'll have real power. And I think that's the form of leadership we need now. The kind of leadership that our Congress member, I won't call his name, but our stalwart Congress member is saying to us, look, we need to send a message to these politicians. Look, you all stop come looking for vote. The only vote you get this year is how you can change this thing. Don't tell me what you can give me, because you know, H.M. Taylor talk about all the 5-pound notes they used to give out and the grits and the salt pork they used to give down in Acklands and Long Island and whatnot to get people to vote. Now they're giving up more sophisticated things, but
yeah, you know,
we are people like this. If somebody throws something on the ground, you got to bend down to pick it up. And that's what they're doing. They're throwing scraps on the ground. And as we bend down to pick it up, they mount our backs, these politicians. So you're trying to get up. Oh, you can't get up.